the versatile dancer, specialist Natuvana, wonderful choreographer, amazing motivational speaker with a rich academic background, a prestigious guru, Natyacharya Dr. Vasant Kiran. Dr. Vasant received Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi learnings from renowned gurus. Vasant sir holds the doctorate in marketing and performing arts, MPhil and MBA from Marshall University. Dr. Vasant is the director of Natyanidhi Institute of Performing Arts, professor at Alliance University and Reva University. Dr. Vasant Kiran has already created a benchmark in the fields of Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi with his extreme hard work and dedication. In this session, Vasant sir will be talking about the history, basic fundamentals, the geographical and cultural backgrounds that led to the systematic and disciplined structure of these forms.
I am no expert of both the art forms, and I don't think one can ever become an expert of these art forms. I have very structurally learned both the dance forms, and so whatever I'm going to say today is a perspective based on experience and a little of academic connection of mine, as I have been an employee of as a professor in universities with concern to dance of both the departments. So I'll just clarify though. I'm sure all of you are aware, first and foremost, that Bharatanatyam is from Tamil Nadu and then Kuchipudi is from Andhra Pradesh.
Yes.
The basic known dance form across the country is Bharatanatyam, and so rather Bharatanatyam is much more older than that of Kuchipudi later.
Yes.
In terms of what we know, four dance forms, which is Bharatanatyam, Kathakali, Manipuri and Kathak were the four accepted forms. It was the first time that they decided to take on to the art forms as a conference for the first time. So there was a conference called by Sangeet Natya Academy. Then, that is when talking about the year in 1958. 1958, a conference was called in Delhi, which was chaired and predominantly decided by Rukmini Devi Arundale. And supporting her as a person expert was Dr. V. Raghavan, whose daughter Nandini Ramadi Garu is a very well-known artist amongst us today, the Shishya of Bala Saraswati Amma. So that is where Kuchipudi got accepted as a classical form. There are a lot of wonderful, interesting facts as to why. The first question, I'll come back to the continuation of the story a little later. The general question that you all ask me is that generally when we say that we are practitioner of both Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi, the first question that pops up very often is it different?
Yes, that's true.
What do you think is different, or what do you think, don't you think it's all same? And to many of them, it is between Kidataka Tarikitatom and Kidataka Tarikitatom divides the Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi.
Yes.
It's probably unfortunate that the classical forms of these two especially have come down to that level that we only understand that as a difference. But having practiced that for so many years, having seen that dance form so closely, I always ask them back, what is the similarity that you have seen? You have asked me to differentiate, but what is the similarity that you saw, that you're trying to ask me? Which means that there are two things. You either saw a wrong dancer, or you probably saw a wrong program, as a whole. So I particularly feel that they are sister concerns. They look similar for a particular reason. Now, what are the reasons that they look a little similar? One, that if you look as per the Natya Shastras, after the vrittis were done, which is Kaishiki Vritti, Arbhati, Bharati, Satvati, later on, he says, based on the pravrittis and the geographical influences, pravrittis, that these forms will develop and take a shape of its own. Correct? Okay. Now, which means what? Audra Magadi, Panchali, Avanti, Dakshinatya. Now, Dakshinatya is the south form. Now, when he mentions that as the Dakshinatya, which means we all come under Dakshinatya, all, which is Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Nadu, Andhra, all of us come under the Dakshinatya forms. So, in the Dakshinatya forms, it is very interesting to observe that we are all regionally divided then earlier days, we were not even divided. We were all a one Dakshina Bharatam, you know.
Correct.
But then the
Yes.
regional practices, language influenced each of these practitioners, and it took a shape, refined itself, and they made their own structure to it. For example, Karnataka, Yakshagana people developed Yakshagana in its own way. To me, somehow, Yakshagana is a classical form. Yes, it is yet to be accepted at a ministry level. It is not a classical dance form, but to a large extent and in every way possible, it is a classical. So Karnataka had this. So Andhra Pradesh had Kuchipudi, which they were trying to meanwhile develop, and then there was Bharatanatyam, and there's this. So if you little go back to the history per se, one has come from a very structural Devadasi art form. We have it from, in fact, the story goes back and back, which is Vedic times, and then you have mythic times, which is mythologist time, and then you had the structure in Bharata Muni, and then we have a story coming down. But this side also, we have a very interesting structure about Natya Shastra being there, and the story is on. However, I think let's go by the history. Everybody says, it is 2000 years old and all that. They just throw the numbers. It's Bharatanatyam, but then evidences are from the times of kingdoms, which we have, and then onwards, which is Chola. So we do find a mention of somebody doing Bharatanatyam from the Cholas time, which is especially later on, even before that, we had Chilapadikaram, where there was Madhavi, who was a great dancer, as mentioned in that, who was doing Bharatanatyam, and the word Arangetral was also introduced in that book. This side, on the Kuchipudi side, we have history tracing back. Of course, there are again a lot of things. Like, for example, we have a proof that there were about close to 400 Devadasis associated with Shatavahana dynasty, which was ruling Andhra Pradesh then. On other side, in Brihadishwara, that is Tanjore, there were also 400 Devadasis in the times of Tanjore when ruled back then. So, which means simultaneously there was history developing, But concrete evidences are available to us after Siddhendra Yogi, which is after 13th century onwards. Yeah. Siddhendra Yogi's time is again largely discussed. Who is Siddhendra Yogi? Siddhendra Yogi is supposed to be the father of Kuchipudi. Why? Because we have evidences from him. For example, all of you would have very reputedly heard of Bhama Kalapam. Bhama Kalapam, which is a very well studied item.
Very well, Kalapam, yes, it is very
yes. So it is recognized. In fact, the art form is recognized from the Bhama Kalapam. So he is the Kartru, he is the one. And he belonged to a Brahmin family, which is supposed to be a Chinta family of today's times. And then he happened to bring down the art form. So from 13th century onwards, we have things in a very historically grafted manner. However, let me tell you a very interesting thing, that the word Bharatanatyam is ascribed to somebody very recently, which is about 40-50 years ago, that the Bharatanatyam, because it was called as Dasyatam, Sadirnach, and its own thing. So which means it has gone to a temple, it has gone to Rajas, then it has come to stage, which means it was called as, for example, Dasyatam, and the Dasyatam later came to Rajanartakis, or they were called as people who were in the Raja Asthana, they were performers. So, and then they came to, so from the temple, kingdom to proscenium. So temple, kingdom to stage. So this is the travel that Bharatanatyam took it. But on the regard to Kuchipudi, it's a little different. He was very particular that we teach this art form to men particularly. So very interestingly, remember, Bharatanatyam has been a women art form, which men probably picked it up later because evidences say to us. Today, it's beyond gender. We practice all of the art forms, all of us. But Kuchipudi is predominantly a male dance form. Kuchipudi is a male dance form which took on to become a female dance form later, and only Brahmin boys of this particular cult. There is this families called Chinta, Bhagavatula, Tadepalli, Eleshwarapu, Bokka, Hari, Vempati, Vedantam, Eleshwarapu. So these were the people who kept that Kuchipudi as a treasure with them, and then it came out from that village. So that's why the time it took to come out of the village, it took some long time. And that's why Bharatanatyam was already there everywhere by then, Because also I feel, and this is my take, why Bharatanatyam was so popular, because location-wise, geographical-wise, it was in the right time when the right very popular rulers had them in the hand. So especially when you talk about Marathas, Nayaka time, this was a revolutionary for Bharatanatyam. And then onwards, we got the Banis in Bharatanatyam that we talk about, and Kuchipudi, we got its own structure. As we say, these are the styles. So Kuchipudi is a Natya. Bharatanatyam is a Nritya. Please remember, Kuchipudi is a theatrical form and Bharatanatyam is a dance form. So it is very interesting to observe how they both walked opposites, which means Bharatanatyam walked from a solo form to a group production form, which institutions like Kalakshetra and all of us do today.
Definitely.
And on other side, from group form, which is a Natya form, theatrical form, now Kuchipudi is towards the single, which is solo forms, right? Or solo systems. Yeah, we call them as the Western Nrityamshalu or solo forms. We call it as. This is the difference. So one is a Natya, one is a Nritya. So for me, I'm practicing one theatre form, one dance form. And now we are able to now tell me, when everybody says it is very close, we will further discuss much more. So first, doubt solved on a little about the history. Any doubts about history one may have, we can always come back. Interestingly, like Bharatanatyam had a Tanjore portrait. There were 4, right?
Yes.
Chinnaya, Ponnaya, Sivanandam, Vadivelu. They were musicians and they were also great artists. They were Natuvanas, they were choreographers. They were spread across. They were in Karnataka, they were in Kerala, they were in Tamil Nadu. So there was a good spread why Bharatanatyam could go everywhere. In the same way, like we have Tanjore portrait, we also have Kuchipudi trios, or in Telugu we call them Kuchipudi Trayulu. Okay, so a lot of the credit is ascribed to them for bringing this art form out. For example, we have Vedantam Lakshmi Narayana Shastri Garu, who also gets a lot of credit. We will discuss about this a little later. Then there is also Vempati Venkat Narayana, who is again a great guru, one among the Trayulu, and again we have Chinta Venkatramaya. So all these 3 people have contributed so equally for bringing out. So somebody concentrated on Yakshagana, somebody concentrated on Kalapas, somebody concentrated on solo system and bringing out to match the competition in the world. So it took some time for Kuchipudi to fight with the society and come back on equal terms, and that is why probably we see less of Kuchipudi everywhere and more of Bharatanatyam.
So that was a great information. I think to know about the history of the particular dance is so important. And when we talk about Abhinaya and the whole science of non-verbal communication, and where the performer carries the audience to a certain state of emotion. So when it comes to the 4 categories of Abhinaya, so Angika, Vachika, Satvika and Aharya. Can you tell us something about this? About that.
A dancer who's committed to take these art forms to a whole new level of satisfaction. Natyacharya Dr. Vasant Kiran will also be explaining us about the core element, the Abhinaya, in the next session. Do watch the part 2 and part 3 sessions to know and understand the basic yet most important contents of Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi, and also know how the great artists have worked so much hard to maintain the pristine purity of these dance forms, a must-watch for a dancer. To know more about art and artists, like, share and subscribe to Musiads. Namaste.